It is a lowly day to be a Vanderbilt fan, as we have no fans. 1%, the people watching are the only fans of Vanderbilt, as we are at 1%. Half the team is toxic. Our running back, our entire defense, no one wants to be here, even though we finished 6-6. Granted, that's middle of the pack for the SEC East. You know, it is what it is. We beat Georgia, who ends up finishing the season at number 2. Alabama does receive their first loss in, I want to say it was the SEC Championship against Georgia. Does that make sense? Would they play each other? I think that's what it was. As we'll be taking on TCU in this matchup, going to give them the black and purple unis. We are playing this one, I think it's at a neutral site, if I stand corrected. I'll go ahead and check the location. Yeah, it's in New York. New York. The city's so nice, they named it twice. That makes sense, I guess. Pinstripe. We'll go ahead and rock the all-white unis, actually. I kind of like that for this final matchup for the season, as they are 9-3. We are 6-6. Again, on Extreme, we've had to play a lot of games on Extreme. This will be the third one in a row now. It doesn't go well for us, but you know what? We got to hold on to the ball. That's really what it comes down to. Hold on to the ball, and we'll win the game. Let's see what this team's got. At least we're in a bowl game. I mean, six wins gets you eligible for a bowl game, and if you told me that Vanderbilt, a team that I think only had 2 or 3 wins last year, is going to be in a bowl game the next season after bringing in Coach Mike Hunt Jr., I would say, yeah, no shit. He's the son of the best head coach of all time. That's what I would say. Yep, I mean, that's what happens. That's what happens when you play on Extreme. Roland Moss can't haul in the pass. It results in a touchdown going the other way. As that's a beautiful pass from Chase Lapp. And, yeah, there we go. Roland Moss. As much as he giveth, he taketh away. That is for sure. He's fumbled the ball 6 or 7 times on the season. As much as Dante Deach doesn't catch the ball, he also doesn't fumble it, because he doesn't usually have the ball. He doesn't catch it. One thing with one player, one thing with another. As one thing that Dante Deach can't do is break a single tackle. But you know who does do that is Roland Moss, as he's going to get a nice pass. If you guys watched the last matchup against Tennessee as well, how about that ending, huh? That's kind of infuriating. I'm still upset about that. I mean, I'm trying to drive down the field. No timeouts left. I'm orchestrating a beautiful drive, sneaking out of bounds just like that. And I accidentally ran the ball. So, you love that. And we are going to kick it out to him in the flat, and he's going to sneak into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Booty is missing the tackle. They go for 2 and they score, as it is 8-14 with 1 minute and 49 seconds left in the second quarter. 2nd and 10 after an incomplete pass. Going to hand the ball off to Quinn. 5-yard gain. Don't want to neglect the run too much. I'll save that for the third quarter when I'm losing by a lot, as cannot make the pass. Now 4th and 5. Gonna probably just kick it out to the hitch route. We have enough space. Roland Moss makes 4 defenders miss. Comes back inside. 21-yard gain. Probably just gonna have to milk out the rest of this clock if we want to be smart. Do I have enough arm strength for that? Probably not. Yep. All right, 1 minute and 5 seconds left. We're gonna throw the pass to Roland Moss. It's incomplete. Now 4th and 2. A lot of 4th downs. Gonna have to continue to go for it if we want to win this game, however, because TCU is a very good team, and we're trying to get our Colorado shoes on. We're trying to upset TCU, even though it's the last game of the season as opposed to the first, and we've proven we're not, we're not a great team. We're a decent team, though, I would say. I think this team is decent. I think 6-6 is probably about right for our first season as head coach, if I had to be honest. The over-under was probably set at like 4.5, so we definitely outperformed expectations, but they weren't very high, as Dante Deach gets a nice catch. 1st down on the goal line, and that is going to do it. Dante Deach falls into the end zone, and we are a 2-point conversion away from being up by 2, as it is now 16-14 going into the half. TCU going to get the ball to start the third quarter, drives down the field, scores a touchdown. Defense is done trying. Clearly, they're like, oh, I thought there was only 14 weeks. There's a bowl game. Yeah, we're not really going to show up for that one. Nice catch. I mean, if we can keep hanging with this TCU offense, we should be able to get out of here with a win. I really think so. Dante Deach makes the catch. This is going to be Chase Lapp's final game, too, which is actually kind of sad. I feel like I've really started to enjoy him as a quarterback. I know he doesn't have a great arm. He's pretty accurate, though, and that's something that when we get a freshman in, I don't know if I can rely on the accuracy, I feel like we take the accuracy for granted, because accuracy is pretty important. He doesn't have, again, a great arm. He can't really stretch the field out too much. Like, I couldn't make that pass over the top if I wanted to. But he's got nice placement, that's for sure. And maybe that ends up getting him, a potential late-round pick in the draft, because I know his attributes aren't great, but his stats have been incredible on the season. So I don't know. This will be really telling. If you guys wonder, like, what determines somebody getting drafted in Retro Bowl college versus, what determines them getting drafted highly? This will be a very good telling spot because I have a player that's played extremely well that doesn't have high attributes, and if he gets, let's say, drafted in the second or third, maybe you can bring a player who's not very good by performing well. Who knows? As that's a nice play to Roland Moss at the midfield mark. We are 4 points down. We are one good drive away from winning this ball game. As cornerbacks don't want to play any defense, they collide into each other. Chase Lapp steps back. Dante Deach diving down. Just going to try to milk this clock out. Going to hand the ball off to W.C. Quinn. Find the edge. Nice job. And a hurdle. He's still on his feet. Okay. Minute left. Don't want to score too quickly. I also don't want to fumble the ball. Chase Lapp going to use his legs one final time. Sliding down. I could have thrown that to Roland Moss. Chase Lapp again. Scrambling out. Trying to be smart. 30 seconds on the clock for the Commodores. Handing it off to W.C. Quinn, who's going to get tackled on the goal line. Probably for the best. Chase Lapp, QB sneak, Tom Brady special. 19 seconds left. Please don't get a field goal off that. Huge throw. Incomplete. Game over. We knock off TCU in the Pinstripe Bowl. That feels great. I'm not going to lie. To go 7-6 on the season, a winning record, Chase Lapp finishing his collegiate career off with a win, that feels great. 10 coaching credits for that win. We really could use it. Now we're up to 20. That's kind of crazy. See if we can see any notable bowl game wins. As we're going to praise the team up to 39% morale, and the GPAs are still a little iffy. Advance to the postseason number 5. So we have Alabama, Georgia, FBS National Championship, and Incarnate Word versus Sacramento State in the FCS Championship. Let's go ahead and finish this out. Alabama beats Georgia 33-21 in the championship, and we did beat Georgia. I kind of wish Georgia would have won so we can prove that we theoretically were the best team. All right, that is the synopsis for the season overall, as we had a minus 21 point differential. Played half our games on hard. Let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 games on hard, 6 games on extreme. Finished off with 2-minute quarters for the remainder of the season. Winning record. And yeah, that was a pretty good season overall. I mean, it is what it is. Obviously, the offseason is going to be huge for us as we have 20 coaching credits. Senior Chase Lapp, where he gets drafted. Look at the stats real quick. We're going to go over it for the offseason before we get into everything else. But I do want to say 50 touchdowns. 7 picks, 80% completion. But that is going to do it for the Vanderbilt Season 1 finale. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the offseason when we bring in a bunch of new freshmen. If you guys want to be a part of the series, be sure to drop in the Discord your suggested names with your faces that you want to see for the incoming freshmen, and they will be on the team next season. Be sure to do that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.